So we are here with Super Saiyan Broly that transforms into full power Super Saiyan Broly. He's officially in game, and this is the Dokkan Festival 9th year anniversary character for part 1. This dude is also very, very cracked, arguably even better than Gogeta, which I do have Gogeta's video already out. This is going to be a 55% Link Level 1 showcase of this Broly. Haven't used him at all. This is my first time using him at free dupe, right? I do have a video of him, Rainbow, from the private server that's already out earlier. If you want to check that out, feel free to do so, but again, excuse me, he is Link Level 1 right there. Apologies, I didn't mean to burp right there. So, the only thing about this character is you can't transform both Brolys at the same time. So, if you transform one Broly, the domain is active for 4 turns. Until that domain runs out, you're not able to transform the other Broly. So, in a super long fight, maybe you can get both transformed. But I think what you want to do in shorter content, or most content exists in the game right now, is float a Broly in the second rotation over to your Broly. Or whatever the better Broly is, right? And in this situation, my Broly is the showcase one, so I'm going to float the friend over here. Then it'll be this Broly's turn 5 when he actually arrives, and then I could transform with my Broly, get all 7 links active, and have just an ultimate mega Broly rotation. Then we could have like a Zamasu rotation or something like that happen on the other side, right? But we're just going to see how things go here. Broly does get Key 1 per key sphere obtained, so he's very easily able to get like at least close to 24 key for the most part. If he's in slot 1 or 2, he also does get an extra 2 key, so he's definitely just going to hit 24 key here on this turn, right? Starting off at 241k defense. I guess I should also say for the first 4 turns, he gets Key 5, 100% attacking defense, and a guaranteed additional super. As the first attacker or second attacker of the turn, he also does another guaranteed additional super attack, right? So he's doing 2 guaranteed additional super attacks here. He greatly stacks attack on his 12 key super, has a 4-turn defense raise on his 18 key super as well. Actually, that's both with 18 key, my bad. Then the 12 key has a 30% attack stack and a 30% defense raise for the turn. He also has guard, so he's guarding on top of everything like that. So as he's stacking attack, he's getting stronger and stronger. He essentially gets 50% defense on his Ultra Super, and then a 50% attack on Super Attack in general. This will hurt, but this won't kill. It'll definitely do a lot of damage, though, so we need this cooler to stack up. I don't know if I brought Sensus or not. If I have to use a Sensu Bean, I will, but I think we should be okay. We have, like, Agil Zamasu who heals and everything like that. Let's see what Broly's going to hit here. So Broly's going to do a 8.3 million attack stat, and then he has 2 additionals in him. So I would say Broly's like base form attack stats definitely aren't anything special. He's doing around the same damage Gogeta's doing, except in comparison to Gogeta, Broly is not super effective, right? Even though they're doing very similar damage to each other. Broly will be stacking attack though, and that does go directly into his transformation state. The attack stacks that he will be getting, so we want to keep that in mind. You'll be getting a lot of those activated right there. Okay, so that's 2 of the additionals that he got. He could have gotten the Hidden Potential System one, but we did not end up seeing that. So, I mean, at least he's like just a fairly good character, right? You know, probably closer to like 500k to 600k defense range right there with the 50% support we saw. And then just on top of all of that, he has the guard ability, so he's able to eat fairly I would say like a good amount of like turn 1 like super attacks. Even he's able to eat like most of those in the game, if not every single turn 1 super attack. I don't know how the new Blue Zone event is like. I don't know how the new Golden Frieza and Beer stages in the Red Zone are like, right? I cannot tell you. Maybe they hit very hard turn 1. I have no idea. I genuinely, I just don't know. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see how that's actually going to turn out to be. But I assume that those events probably will be closer to the hardest events in the game specifically, which makes a lot of sense to me personally, right? That those events would end up being the hardest events in the game. Now, Broly here, this Broly is getting his additional super attack. If Broly is in slot 3, he does have an extra part of his passive. He launches an additional super, and then he has a high chance to launch an additional super attack. On top of that, when attacking as a third attacker. So he could do 4 super attacks, just baseline, which I think we just saw here. 4 super attacks, right? The high chance to launch an additional super attack when attacking can proc off of any super attack he does, even his Hidden Potential System super. So Yeah, we're getting that right here. This Broly is going to get more stacks than mine. No, actually, he won't, but he's going to get still a good amount of stacks, right? Because mine is still going to stack up next turn and get more stacks than mine usually would. Yeah, you see right there, he has a hidden potential system 1. So with that in mind, he'll get his 18 key. He'll get the additional from the intro, the additional from slot 3, and then the high chance from slot 3. That is 4 supers he could do. And he gets 6 key as well, so that's pretty good. We'll have this Golden Frieza here. Golden Frieza, this banner unit Golden Frieza is kind of cracked. I might have to do his own video. But that Golden Frieza, like even 55%, is absolutely insane. He's bonkers, dude. So Broly's at 389k defense now. Now that he has 1 super attack effect up. Golden Frieza does also support 30% defense and 60% attack to super bosses. You also will show the Prodigies link with this guy, which is nice, right? Prodigies and shocking speed. But yeah, this Golden Frieza, I mean, he's kind of busted. He has 80% reduction here in turn 1, so guess what? He's not taking damage. This Golden Frieza is busted. Also, he has guaranteed crit as well. What a silly banner unit, dude. Like, actually, like, he's better than, he's better than, Tournament of Power 17 and 18 and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, this Broly's hitting 11.3 million attacks right here. Like, on this turn, he's looking quite beefy. That's for sure. And then he'll get the additional super attack here for 7.8. I mean, if you have dupes in this guy and you're building up with, max crit, he's gonna do a lot of damage. He could start to look just insanely disgusting. And again, all these stacks go into when he's transforms, which he transforms again on turn 5 from his appearance. It's his turn 5. It is not just turn 5 in general. Really keep that in mind, y'all, when it comes to evaluating this Broly, right? But yeah, I think it's a really good course of action to go ahead and push the turn 2 Broly off rotation, and hopefully we get them in those specific rotations. Not always like a thing that you'll be like, oh yeah, I can always plan this every time. But luckily there are infinite attempts, so if you have enough friends on the friend list and you're able to do that, right, you could potentially get a good calling out of that. I'm not sure if we'll even kill this turn specifically, honestly. I couldn't really tell y'all. At least we're going to get Janemma support. Fusion Zamasu actually, again, is under the 200% leader skill for this team. So it's AGL Fusion Zamasu. So, Cord, please stop disappearing, man. I hit the cord a little bit back, and that's kind of got a little scary. I don't think Fusion Zamasu will finish off this specific turn, which is okay, right? Yeah, because he's type disadvantage, so there's the high chance crit that he could get, but not a big deal. Actually didn't get any dupes from summoning on Broly's banner. To be fair, I didn't really summon too hard on Broly's banner. I'm considering doing more summons later on for the banners, right? We'll see how things go. But, you know, even just at 55%, I'm perfectly fine with how these characters are looking. They're looking very good. Again, Broly here, we could finally transform with my Broly. We're going to get tons of support, man. This is going to be very nasty, and we're going to get the domain effect up. So, the domain effects, we'll talk about it when it's activated here. So there is full power Super Saiyan Broly. The domain effect gives Ki 4 to all extreme class allies. He also gives, oh, well, thank you, Urali. He also gives extreme class allies and enemies 10% attack and defense. Then an additional 10% if they're also in Explosive Anger or movie bosses. So Broly is giving all extreme class allies a 20%, no, well, a 10% multiplicative buff. Then everyone on the 200% portion of his team is also getting an additional 10%. So again, Fusion Zamasu, Angel Zamasu, Cooler, Frieza, like everyone on this team actually is getting the full 20% multiplicative stats, which definitely does matter as supporting, plus 4 Ki. So that's really good for extreme class. He also does make super class enemies and allies take 10% extra attack. So this different dimension is going to be really good for that new event. Transformed Broly now has 300% attack and defense start of turn. You can see right here is at 467. The 4-turn defense raise does carry over here. He has 26% reduction before he receives an attack, while the different dimension is up. He has guard still, then he gets 50% defense when receiving an attack, so that's gonna add another, 230k defense to his super attack effects, which is just kind of crazy. He gets 50% attack when attacking. Guaranteed additional super attack. 26% chance to crit when launching a super. Then he launches a guaranteed additional super and 26% chance to crit when doing an ultra super, which is the 18 key. Then if he's at 24 key, he's doing another additional super. So he does, on this turn, at 24 key, he's doing 3 additional super attacks along with his 18 key, and we could get the hidden potential system. With the added crit chances, that's a 52% chance to crit, and then he's guarding with just a lot of defense, because he does also greatly raise attack and defense on his 18 key, and then has a 30% attack and defense raise on his 12 key. So, I don't know, mathers in the comments below, let me know. But I'm assuming his defense is reaching well past 1 million with guard. And he's going to do a lot of damage. He should be doing a lot of damage on this turn, right? So, we'll see exactly what happens here. This is almost not 1.9. 19.2 million damage. Yep. And then there's a crit right there for the 52% crit chance. Then here's a 13 million attack stat on top of this. He's getting 60% support from that Frieza. Keep that in mind. And he still has 2 more super attacks he can get, which we ended up finishing the job. But he has 2 more super attacks guaranteed in his back pocket. Then we also have the chance to see another super attack as well. I might actually transform with this Fusion Zamasu here, funny enough. And just wipe out this phase. That's what I'm going to do here. We're going to transform with this Fusion Zamasu, just wipe this phase out. That'll be really funny. That'll be good to see. Broly does have Berserker, by the way. Which, it would be crazy if we can get Berserker, but I really doubt that. Did we get Berserker last turn? I don't know if we got Berserker last turn, to be honest. I don't think we're under 50%, but yeah. Fusion Zamasu here, really benefiting from the 20% multiplicative stats. Yeah, Fusion Zamasu works really well on this team. With Edo Zamasu, he kind of has a home now, right? With the Broly rotation plus the Zamasu rotation here. And then you have like all the other Goku Black and Zamasus you can run here. But then, yeah, Broly. Broly is huge, right? Just, I mean, even in general, he's just gigantic, right? That's pretty good. That's a rotation right there. All right, so here we are. This is going to be also a really good turn for Broly, so we'll just go ahead and grab this full key. Broly should just tear through this guy right here, and we're going to get the 30% support from Janemba on top of this, so very nice to see. And then the defense, again, does activate when he receives the attack, not after he receives the attack, so that does 157k, but that's okay. Yeah, 18 mil right here, so he did not even have Berserker up. Keep that in mind. Yeah, he's doing really good damage. And then there's the crit. Here's the hidden potential system 1 for another 12.5 mil. Yeah, dude, Broly's so insane. Oh my goodness. He's just crazy. If you're able to get him on a rotation with the other one, he's just stupid good. And we'll actually... Well, are we going to see a turn without the domain up? I don't know. The Zamasus might just finish this guy off here. And I don't think I could stop the Zamasus in this turn. Because I transformed him. Oh, I forgot to get the reduction from Golden Frieza. Keep in mind, Golden Frieza does need to get 3 orbs for his reduction. Oh my goodness. Goodness. It's like, I keep saying, oh my god and oh my goodness. Golden Frieza does need 3 orbs to get his full reduction, so if you don't get that, he's only getting 20% reduction from the Super Boss's team. Probably my mistake here, but I think Zamasu probably finished his job anyways, so it doesn't matter, this Zamasu, because he gets the additional super. Man, we could have gotten one more turn. I kind of screwed up. Oh, nope, never mind, you're dead. 21 mil attack stat. Yeah, Broly looked really good here, though. And that's all everything from Broly, right? Yeah, dude, the extra damage he's giving... 20% like multiplicative support is like that damage that we're seeing from the Zamasu rotation is also with Broly. Like Broly is also a part of that support, right? Broly is a part of that damage that's being provided, which matters quite a lot. I think, in my opinion, that definitely is very, very huge. But I want to know what you guys are thinking about Broly. Now that we saw him here, 55%. Link level blah 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 la 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 la. I can't play that OST. 55% Link level 1. Crazy character. And of course Golden Frieza is also really, really important for this guy, but we'll show him off at a later time. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.